All you lucky kids with silver shamrock masks, gather round to a TV set. Put on your masks and watch. All witches, all skeletons, all jack-o'-lanterns, gather round and watch. Watch the magic pumpkin. Watch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Geeks Podcast. It is Jason with all the usual suspects. Today, we welcome back to the Geeks, Sean Forney. Sean, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
I am doing great.
Sean, I try to get on your Facebook Live like every morning. This dude's on Facebook drawing something or inking something or coloring something awesome. I get on there whenever I can. But still the hardest working man in comic books that I have ever seen. Sean Forney, welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
So, Sean, what have you been up to?
A lot of stuff. Like Max mentioned, trying to do live stream every morning. That kind of kicked off with the whole Rona thing. So like every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, I get up. I stream some sort of sketch in some way, shape, or form to get the day started. So I've been doing that. I've been bouncing around between several different projects that are all kind of going at once. Been working on a book called Spicy Pulp Comics for heavy metal. Just finished up some stuff for a book of Leaxia. I've been doing covers for Totally Rad Comics, Poe Macabre Master. I've been coloring Omega Morphosis, which is available over on Webtoons, and just a whole slew of other stuff. And then throw in the mix Thursday and Friday night, my buddy Rodney Fike and I, we do a live stream sketch battle. And then we just kind of hang out, work on commissions, and BS, talk nerdy, just have some fun, invite people in to come join in the chat. And, and somewhere in there, still trying to sleep.
And you've got a Kickstarter starting real soon, right?
Yes, so we've been gearing up basically since the beginning of the year, trying to get this thing launched. We initially were hoping to do it much earlier in the year, but it's 2020, so plans do not go accordingly. And so now we are in the final stages of getting everything ready to launch on October 13th.
Okay, cool. That's absolutely awesome. And Scott just joined us to make you the Alice of our Brady Bunch.
How's it going, everybody?
Good.
Pretty good, Scott.
Was there always somebody in every screen, or was there like a Brady Bunch?
There was somebody in every screen.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Yeah. We'll get there one of these days.
Yeah, you need two more.
All right, we're working on it though. We're getting inching ever closer to the full Brady Bunch.
Nice.
A podcast named Three Geeks.
Sean, are you missing the con circuit?
To some extent, yes. I mean, I do miss seeing people in person, interacting and whatnot. That was usually the fun part, was getting to see everybody. Because usually it'd be like a couple months and, get to see this group of friends, or, another couple months, see that group of friends. So I'm missing that aspect, seeing, fans that, I would ordinarily see at particular shows, things like that. And also missing all the, like, the fun escapades that we have, in the evenings when we're away for a con, like going out to dinner with a, big group of us, going and doing like the bar con thing, hanging out, drinking, telling stories, being back in the hotel room, sitting around with some buddies, drawing commissions and stuff. So yeah, I'm missing all of that. And that's why we started doing the whole live stream thing, was to kind of make up for that in a way. So now it's kind of like every night that we do it, everybody gets to come in, watch us work. We get to hang out and just, ramble on about craziness. And to me and Rodney, like when we're doing it, it feels very much like the AfterCon back in the hotel room, sitting there drawing, working on stuff. And everybody gets that little insight into what we're doing. So they can come in, chime in the conversation. And usually that's where we kind of let things like lead us. Somebody will bring up, a movie that's coming out, or, lack thereof movies coming out. And, that just kind of guides the conversation. We go all over the place, and we've gotten to the point where we'll go down these crazy rabbit holes, start talking about stuff. And occasionally we get to something that we're not supposed to discuss. And, both of our wives are in the background running everything like producers, and we've come up with the code word of squirrel. And once that gets thrown out, we've got to shut up, change topic. So we found ways to kind of, get a little bit of that con vibe going at home, doing it virtually.
That's cool. That sounds like fun. To everybody watching, later on today, we're going to be doing our top 5 horror comedies, which can also be horror movies that are so bad they're funny. So in the comments, let us know what your top 5 are throughout the show. And when we get there, we'll read them out.
Well, I mean, like, it's all quantifiable, because like this isn't for this list, but The Notebook to me is a comedy movie. So whenever we get to our top 5 comedies, The Notebook will be on the top of that list, because I find it so funny. I feel like it's a comedy, but like that can also be applied to this list. So, so you watch a horror movie and it makes you laugh, even though it's a horror movie, like that's a horror comedy.
So Max, I know Sean is very curious. What is it about The Notebook that you find?
Sean is not curious about that. Sean has been on this podcast enough times to know not to ask these questions.
Is this going to be one of those things where Max is just going to do an all-out rant, and you guys are just going to lose all control, and next thing you know, it show's over?
We've brushed over this topic before, so it's just a rehashing. We're going to get through it quickly. The Notebook is a comedy movie because it is so funny at the end when the old man, when he goes through the heartbreak of watching his wife forget who he is again. It's hilarious, and then blam, he dies. Like, he has the worst moment of his life, and then he dies. Comedy movie.
That's sick and twisted comedy, but all right.
I can't help what I find funny. Okay, like I find it funny. I thought it was hilarious when I watched it the first time. I was laughing for like 25 minutes. It was ridiculous.
And Jesus wept.
Oh, I mean, I can't help who I am. I just am. Like that's not. If you find it hilariously funny, what are you supposed to do? Not laugh.
In other words, Max needs some help.
Yeah, that's never been disputed. That's not once ever been disputed.
In reference to our intro today, My Pets Are Weird says Season of the Witch. Very nice. Hey, y'all. Yes, I am going to try to find cool little horror-related commercials to play at the beginning of the show each week. What?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I was thinking about a movie. Sorry, I had an idea about a movie.
He zoned off.
Yeah, I was like, what totally. I'm trying to think of the name of this movie. I'm like, what the fuck is the name of that movie? Anyway, sorry. Don't mind me. I wasn't saying anything. I was just looking at you. I apologize for my taking over the podcast with nonsense.
So Max and I, we went to the comedy club this weekend and saw a pretty good show. But one thing I was impressed when we went to the comedy club is how well they handled the COVID situation there. I took our temperature as we were walking in, which the whole time I'm going in, because I've always wanted to see Josh Wolf, and I'm finally going to go see Josh Wolf. And they're taking our temperature. I'm like, I better not have a fever. Better not have a fever. Better not have a fever.
If anyone's just going to just be sick, it'll be Jason. Like, he would just, it's not even COVID. He's just sick. And then it's like, oh yeah, miss one of the things you've been waiting years to see just because you're you. Oh no, but we all got it. It was fine. Everything was fine.
Yeah, they seem to have a pretty good hold on it. But if you're not out for going out, then don't go out, because some people still are not cool.
Oh yeah, but it was. I felt pretty good in there. It was not a lot of people. They did not fill it up to capacity at all.
It's like
everyone,
a third.
Yeah, everyone was distant from each other, and everyone's wearing their masks and everything like that, and everything got cleaned up very quickly. So yeah, I was, I felt good in there. I had a drink, so mask off while I drank it, but then that was done, and my mask went back on, and I still enjoyed the show very much. So it's I guess I'm awaiting my COVID test, because who's to say?
Yeah, I feel much less safe right now.
Yeah, hey man, that's the price you pay for greatness. It's possible, if you try to do things a little more safely, I guess, we can start to see how things are going. I've been to the movie theater once, and I've been to a comedy club once.
So what else is going on with you, Sean?
Not a lot. I have not gotten brave enough to go out and do anything venturous like that.
You should have seen me. I was shaking and sweating the whole time we're going in, because I was
like,
nervous.
you sure you don't have COVID? No, I swear to God, I'm me.
Yeah, like I said, we've been gearing up to do this whole Kickstarter thing, plus bounce around working on all this other stuff, and just trying to keep up with it all. Our other stuff, our breakaway from just working, has been doing stuff around the house. So we've completely remodeled our dining room and some other stuff around the house. So real exciting stuff.
Awesome. Well, we got you for a few more minutes, so I'm just going to bring you into the topics we have for today. And awesome news. And I'm going to go ahead and play this trailer here. And yes, it is a real trailer. It's not a fake trailer.
Are you sure?
Feels like a fake trailer if you have to
I
say
know.
it's not a fake trailer.
I'm feeling fan trailer vibes here.
We'll be the judge of that.
You know what, Scott? I have not missed you.
Oh,
No, we got another Animaniacs in the can. The boys are still doing it. Scott, you got love. It's right here.
We're still going hard.
I love you. Absolutely love you. You're one of my favorite people.
I like how he's just rambling so he gets his video.
Yeah, I know.
yeah. Oh, that's fake.
That's footage from season 2. Come on.
Yeah, jeez.
Oh my God, this is a fan trailer.
It's not. It really is.
I love this show so much.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man, that guy's gonna be paralyzed for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Drink
Uh-oh.
number 2.
So we got the new renewal and the announcement of the 3rd season. I didn't expect Netflix to buy this off of YouTube to not actually produce any more seasons. But Dan, excited about season 3 and knowing that season 4 is on the horizon?
Yeah. I just hope it's not just him in a hospital bed for all of season 3.
That would be hilarious. How awesome would that be?
It would, and it would be sad as well. So
Oh man, no, I would have mad respect if they were like, yeah, okay, this dude's paralyzed. This whole season's about how he feels.
I'm surprised that
You cast
and do Mr. Miyagi and heal him.
Or they should
some stuff on his chest.
they should Batman fucking fire punch that kid. Wham, you're fine.
Yeah, I could see. So like the whole thing about season 3 is apparently Daniel's going to be in Japan. So I could see him, and they kind of teased it in season 1 when he did the thing during the tournament, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
medic." So I could see him coming back with some Mr. Miyagi mystical power and healing Miguel in season 4.
Secret.
Yeah, the other trailer they released like a month or so back that was basically just a rehash of season 1 and 2. There was the little line at the end. It sounded like Chosen from Karate Kid 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what a lot of people think.
yeah,
Nice.
I'm down for it.
What do you guys think are the odds that Zapka's character joins Daniel in this season?
I mean, there's definitely going to be some kind of team up,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's like
Because he's
I
no
think-
longer in charge of Cobra Kai. It's Kreese.
true. But I'm saying like he's probably
Yay.
going to be trying to get it back.
It is.
Yeah.
The show's been out for 3 years.
Whatever, man. Now I know. What am I gonna do?
I think we'll get a Daniel and Johnny team up, take down Kreese, and whether Johnny gets it back and reopens it as the same old Cobra Kai, or maybe it's some sort of mashup between the two dojos, because Daniel's wife made that whole thing about the no more karate thing. So maybe he's going to completely step aside, and I'll be Johnny doing the training and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the best parts of both seasons so far are when Johnny and Daniel are together, like actually enjoying each other's company and not fighting.
Yeah, the scene with those two in the car was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we got it again.
I want to see the end. Oop.
They can't tease us with them teaming up again and then have something happen that stops it. I don't want that a third time, because that would really bother me.
How's this?
What was it? Freaking insurance commercial was like, oh, you almost got it.
Oh, here's the fish.
Yeah.
I got you $1.
Yep.
Dan has something to say.
I know.
Yeah,
man.
goddamn, guys, Jesus.
It's like the season 3 thing. Don't let him talk. What
if the end of season 3 has Johnny and Daniel take on Kreese, like 2-on-1, and Kreese wins?
Oh, dude,
that's what I want to see.
Just fucking wipes the floor with them. Like,
yeah. He just
then they do the Batman training.
Yeah.
Then they gotta train. Then they gotta use the power of teamwork. They get the Rock in there with like 9 Samoans, and now we got a freaking season 4.
They're just pulling helicopters out of the sky.
Yeah,
just
dude.
just ripping them down for training.
Helicopters. They're pulling down fucking Star Destroyers, dude.
Season
or
4,
better yet,
6 episodes of training montage, and then 2 episodes of the final fight.
Oh, dude, I'm down. Get fucking Survivor to do the soundtrack.
Yes.
I'm down.
It's like just DBZ there and like those like containers that. Just,
Yeah. Like gravity is like 4 times as strong. And yes.
And then at the end of season 4, the next Karate Kid shows up. Hilary Swank.
Oh God!
If Hilary Swank showed up.
Hilary Swank.
I look. If Hilary Swank shows up for any season of this, I will officially start watching the show. Like if I don't start watching it before then,
Hilary Swank to get Max involved with Cobra Kai.
Oh my goodness! Like that would just be the best. I didn't even think about that. Give me Oscar award winning Hilary Swank on Cobra Kai, or else I'm not watching it. Period.
The writers and directors have teased Hilary Swank, and they've teased.
Well, they can fucking
Allie.
Tease all you want. I'm not doing it unless I hear some Hollywood gossip like Hilary Swank done let some ink dry on a contract with Cobra Kai.
So aggressive.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
He's got to yell once.
I want to see Hilary Swank kick all their asses. I think that would be cool too.
Somehow you guys got to force Max to watch the 2 seasons that are out so far. Like, tie him to the chair, tape open his eyelids.
I shouldn't have to force him. This is right up his alley.
I believe this whole thing is a government conspiracy to make me watch the show, and it actually sucks. Everyone that comes on here and tells me the show is good, and everything I hear is Jason working to make me watch this show, and it actually sucks.
I watched it before Jason. I remember telling you to watch it.
Yes, Scott. No, you were the freaking precursor. You were the Jason sent you ahead of everyone else. Goddamn Terminator T1000, and you're acting like no. I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it,
Max. Cobra Kai brought Scott and I together. Well, we agreed.
No, exactly. It's too good. No.
I'm with you, Max. I haven't seen the show either.
Oh.
Have you seen
All right,
that?
Max.
No, but it's not because I don't think it's been good. I just haven't gotten to it.
I have no interest in Cobra Kai, so that's why I've been quiet.
Mike on timeout.
So I'm with you, Max.
The soundtrack is the second best part. You got the story and then the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's a double whammy.
Alan Parsons, come on, man.
I don't know what kind of Q stuff you got going on there, Sean Forney, but I'm not buying it. Okay, I'm not buying it.
All right, Max.
The best
Max.
part is William Zabka. The second best part is the story. The third best part is the soundtrack.
I
A lot of
don't buy
parts.
it. Nope, I don't believe you. It's all a conspiracy.
So like, I've actually seen William Zabka and Marty. I can't think of his last name. The guy who plays Kreese.
Martin Cove.
Martin Cove. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I actually ran into them at a con a few years back, and those two, when they're drunk, are freaking hilarious. William, but he was totally in Johnny mode the night that I saw him running around the hotel. He was like totally kicking open the bathroom door and the whole thing. We were just sitting there busting up laughing. And like I can imagine to some extent, like his character in Cobra Kai is not that far from reality.
Do you have any old chairs I can
He just
bring?
wakes up and starts eating his old pizza and stuff. Like,
Well, hopefully it's not like that kind of like depressing bad, but I can see totally being like the much like myself, still listening to all the 80s music, driving around the nice car and whatnot, and he refers to every woman as a babe.
Did you see him when he first got the internet?
Yeah, oh yeah. That has been my like thing to send to all my friends is send it to the internet.
Hash brown Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
All right, so this week we got probably some of the worst news that we've ever had, and we had something really bad happen, and that was somebody punched Rick Moranis.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The guy finally comes out and decides to be a part of Hollywood and just do stuff again, and he gets punched in the face while being mugged in New York.
You better be lucky that Rick Moranis didn't shrink your ass, motherfucker.
Wait a minute. What's he doing that's new in Hollywood? I thought he was just
He's in the
living his
he's
life.
in the new Honey I Shrunk the Kids movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
It's
a thing that's
starting
happening. Great.
Does that mean we're gonna get Spaceballs?
No new ideas.
I saw him in a commercial or something with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, the Mint Mobile commercial.
Ryan Reynolds was like, I don't need you to say anything. I'm going to pull that up right now as we talk about Rick Moranis.
Yeah, no. How dare you? How dare you strike Rick Moranis?
Ryan Reynolds posted on Twitter when he saw it. He was like, I knew I shouldn't have brought Rick into 2020. Nobody needs that. And
like, for real, Ryan Reynolds, you should have had better judgment. That's true. But aside from that, how dare you?
How dare you?
Rick Moranis, man, I love that guy.
Yeah,
what
does
Rick
Rick Moranis do to anyone?
Nothing.
But what do you want me to do? You want me to say something about me?
No, that would have been smart. No, it's $30. It's unlimited. It'll be just fine.
Sounds good. Really got to get a phone. Listen, why am I here?
I'm just a huge fan.
Oh, stop.
Oh, those wacky Canucks.
Oh, stop it.
See ya.
Bye, Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Sorry you get punched.
That's all I would do. Like, yes. Rick Moranis can, hey, and then like if he says hello to you, you're just like, that's awesome. Rick Moranis just said hello to me.
Yeah.
My life's been fulfilled. I can carry on and be well.
Is there any context to the punch? I just know he got punched. Was he just getting mugged? Oh, he was getting mugged.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
it
was
was the
Rick
knockout game.
Moranis?
What they were reporting.
Someone who knows that Rick Moranis has money. So,
Ugh.
I mean,
My Pets Are Weird says they better find that punk.
And they better
Probably-
shrink him.
it's probably drunk Billy Zabka.
Yeah.
Based off that story.
Like, mad respect for Rick Moranis, just walks away from everything. Like, he's like, you know what? I got more important shit like that I care about, and then just walks away. I fucking, that dude's awesome. That dude's awesome.
So,
does not deserve to be bugged.
speaking of commercials, John went on to our friends over at Norton Furniture's Yelp page to check out their reviews. And apparently, if you don't buy furniture from there, they will tank your credit.
Dang.
Wow.
Aggressive.
Yeah. That's why you
I mean,
can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah,
He gives you credit,
If you buy
but
furniture
then
from Nite, you can't buy furniture from anywhere.
You can't get it from anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's said this several times in the commercials. He warned us.
Sean, I'm giving our audience a break of Norton Furniture commercials, but if you got time later, check out Norton Furniture commercials. Couple have fight on couch.
Don't do it.
Don't watch that one.
No,
I don't know why you're
that's
so
the worst
fixated on.
one.
I don't know why you're so fixated on that one. Watch a silly one. Don't watch one that makes you feel like shit.
I mean, it's the worst one, like by far. So like that would be like, because it's so terrible. Like I cannot believe this got filmed.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's why.
Is this like fights in Waffle House quality, or
no? It's like rapey.
Yeah.
Bad vibe.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
He pops out from behind.
It's not
the
good.
couch.
I don't know why that's the one you insist on leading with, Jason.
It's because
so
it's one of those
bad.
you can't believe this ever made it on television.
Like why? Like of all, like why did anyone agree? Anyone involved? Why did anyone involved in doing this?
I'll have more credit.
What you got to do is you got to ease people in with a more charming, just this is so fucking stupid one, like the original one. Then you can go into the permutations, and eventually, if you do find yourself encountered with the rapey one, good luck to you.
Jason likes to bring the hammer.
sounds like it.
So Sean, tell us about Fike versus Forney.
All right, so Rodney Fike and I started doing this whole stream thing. I was mentioning it earlier. It's geared around, like I said, it's what we do after a con was sitting around in the hotel room, drinking, working on commissions and whatnot. And so Thursday night we're on all of Rodney's social media channels. So it's Hasm Productions and Art of Rodney Fike on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And then Friday night we're on all my stuff, which is Sean Forney Art and Sean Forney Illustration. And we do a 30-minute sketch-off battle. We go live, and we spend about 10 minutes, kind of hyping up what we're going to do, talk a little bit about, what movies are getting delayed, that kind of stuff. And then we jump into doing a sketch that, our wives sit there and time us for 30 minutes. We do the sketch. We offer it up for sale. So when we started doing this whole thing, people were asking about commissions and wanting to get artwork from us and whatnot. And so it's been a nice way to offer up a piece of original art that folks can get at a really good, discounted price, I guess is a way to put it. So we start off, if they buy the pencil sketch, it's $35. So you're getting a piece of original art for under $40. And every Thursday and Friday always has a theme, and we try to take some audience input to get that theme narrowed down. So when we first kicked off this thing back in, I want to say April, one of the first nights we were like, okay, we're going to start doing these sketches. Give us some ideas of what you want to see. And everybody immediately just jumped on the horror thing. And it was like, we had all these suggestions like, Elvira, Vampirilla, Lady Death, Freddy, Jason, blah, blah, the list kept going. It's like, okay, we'll keep track of all this stuff for October. Well, what do you know? We're in October now. And it's like, let's put that use to list. Or the list to use. Jeez, I can't talk. So we've actually got the calendar mapped out for the whole month of October based on all these suggestions that people gave us right up front. And so everything's Halloween horror themed. And so this past Thursday we did the Monsters versus the Addams Family. So we drew Lily Munster and Morticia Addams. And then Friday night we did Cryptids. We did Bigfoot and Mothman. My buddy Jay Fife joined in and drew Chupacabra. And so we try to bring some friends in every once in a while when we do these things. And like I said, we do this quick little sketch. It's 30 minutes of our time. We offer it up. Basically you're paying about $1 a minute for us to sketch something if somebody decides to buy it, which we thought would be just kind of a fun little exercise and a fun way to not only try to appease the folks that wanted artwork that, don't want to wait around for a commission, they can't buy a piece from us at a con. It kind of hits those, couple of things on the checklist. Plus, it's a way for us to kind of keep things going, and instead of trying to say, get advertising or set up all these other things where we could try to monetize us doing this, which we're not big enough to do that in any way, shape, or form. So this was a nice way we could kind of try to fit that in the mix, as well as everything else we do. Because once we do that sketch off thing, we dive in. Like I said, we just shoot the shit. We sit there and talk about, movies, music. We ourselves have spent the last couple of nights talking about Cobra Kai because Rodney just started watching it. And, we come up with our theories of what's going to happen in the MCU. And apparently now we're going to have to just, keep calling out Max when we're doing the show and say, you got to watch Cobra Kai.
I'm not buying it. No.
Machine.
We just have some fun. And like I said, we try to invite everybody to come in and like chime in with comments and whatnot so that we can just, see where the conversation goes, have some fun, and give everybody that little bit of like virtual convention since we're not at a con. We can't go and converse with people in person anymore right now. So this is that second best alternative that we could offer up to everybody. And as many people that will watch us have chimed in and said it's much more intimate of an experience than you get seeing it as a con. You might come up and talk with us for a good couple of minutes at the table at the con, but you can't like literally stand over our shoulder and sit and watch us work on a piece from start to finish. This allows us to do that. And
sorry, just chime in real quick.
Yeah.
When I do that, I feel like I'm bothering you. Like if you're working and I'm like, hey Sean, how's it going? You're like, it's fine. You're being polite, but you also have a lot of work to do. So like it helps ease that experience because like even on the other side, you feel like, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time because you got a lot of work to do.
Right.
So, I like that also.
And that's the beauty of it is a lot of folks do feel like that. So a lot of folks, and I'm sure we've all been in this situation. You go up to somebody at a convention and you want to sit there and chat, but you feel that guilt of, I don't want to take up their time. I don't want to, do this or that, or, as at least myself, a lot of times, when it comes to being a con, being in front of somebody, I get, very introverted. So, being behind that screen, I think it allows people a lot more of the ability to sit there, have that conversation that they might not do in person. And, that's been, again, like a lot of the fun of this is getting to talk with people, getting to know people more so than we ever would at a con. And, just sitting there goofing around. I mean, like a month or two back, it was National Tequila Day. So it was like totally crack open some tequila while we're sitting there chatting and made the night just that much more interesting.
Oh man, I don't box with tequila no more. I don't box with it at all.
Everybody in the back is like squirrel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we've found ways to work it out to have some fun, and our wives totally get involved, and they sit there and they kind of run the behind the scenes stuff, and like you just did where you popped up the picture showing what we're doing for the event and whatnot. Like they sit there and they throw stuff up like that on screen so that people can see like our rules for doing the sketch off, and they can see when Rodney was running the Kickstarter, we'd pop up the Kickstarter page and show off that stuff. So now that we're going to be starting ours, we're going to be popping that up. So, I can sit there and, try to explain what the heck we're doing. And it's just, again, all this stuff that has been made available to us that we just never even thought to venture into before. And I keep quoting off, I believe it was Doug that owns Heroes and Games down at the convention center, was the person I saw that posted on Facebook when everybody was talking about how to keep your comic shop going, how do you keep this going, whatever. It's basically we're in that situation of evolve or die. You got to come up with these ways to basically get out of your box, do your thing that you normally would, but find those different avenues. And this has definitely been one of the key things for us, is just dive in, do this, have some fun, and just trying to make ourselves accessible more so than I think either one of us have ever done. And I think most of my friends that are in that same boat as I am, we've all started doing it. I even got my buddy who's very anti trying to do social media and whatnot. He has totally become a new person by doing, like, he's even started up doing his own streams during the week. And it's just hilarious. He'll come join us. He'll chime in the comments, and he's a giant goofball. So he throws in, just off the wall stuff for us to talk about. And it just, it keeps us on our toes.
Cool. All right. Well, Sean, where can everybody find you on the internet?
Best thing is,
on the internet.
Yeah. So I'm on Facebook. It's Sean Forney Illustration. My Twitch, Instagram, And most all my other social media stuff, just search at Sean Forney Art, and spelling my name's there on the screen. And then our YouTube channel, I don't have enough people to get a fancy YouTube name, so just search Sean Forney on YouTube. You can go over there, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And same with our Twitch. You can sign up there so you can see when we go live, do all this crazy stuff, and come in, join us, have some fun, goof around.
I didn't ask you real quick. I should probably know this already, but like your morning sketches that you're doing whenever you're inking something, are those like prints that you can get for sale, or?
It's kind of changes from time to time. So normally when I'm doing those, it has been for the last couple months stuff that people have commissioned me, and I'm just basically showing people me working on the commission. But for the month of October, since I really haven't like pimped it the way I probably should, so we're doing a new version of this book called Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids. That's what we're going to be launching on Kickstarter on the 13th. So for the month of October, to play up this Halloween theme and whatnot, when I do my morning sketches, 10 a.m. Eastern, if anybody wants to come watch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, I'm going to be sketching various cryptid creatures to kind of tie into what's in the book. And Steph and I made a list. So instead of doing like the prompts from Inktober, Drawing, Drawtober, all the other ones that are out there, we came up with our own Cryptober list. So I'm following that. There's going to be 20 drawings. And each one's going to be like a 6x9 drawing. And what's going to happen is we're going to put those in the Kickstarter. So if you go to buy the new edition of the book, you can go get a particular package that will include one of those sketches. So it'll be random. You won't know which critter you're getting in with the book, but you will be able to do that. So you can, watch these things come to life in the mornings. You can back the Kickstarter, choose one of those. You get one of those random sketches thrown in the mix. And we'll have all sorts of various other stuff, and I'll show off quickly. We're going to have like all sorts of these fun stickers. If I can
get them closer to the screen. Keep them closer to your camera.
There we go. So I got like all sorts of fun creatures that are going to be in the book. If I can't figure out the camera here.
Yeah,
it's difficult. It's backwards and whatever. And we're gonna have like the acrylic charms. All this craziness is gonna be in the Kickstarter. So like I said, like that's where like the month of October I'll be doing those sketches. And then once that's over, I'll be back to doing sketches that are either working on stuff that people have purchased, or I might start diving back in as I get more time, as I get my list caught up and whatnot. I'll do sketches that I will make available for sale. That's where it kind of started out. I would do a sketch, I'd finish it over the course of a couple of days, and then we'd throw it up on our like web store or throw it up on Facebook and say, hey, this is available for X amount of dollars, blah, blah, blah. So it just kind of changes. So I tell everybody, make sure you follow all the social media so you can keep up to date with all that stuff. And we'll,
all right, I saw you did a Skeletor, and I was like, ooh. Like I should get that.
The Skeletor was one of the Thursday night Throwdown, Friday night draw sketches. That was one of the ones where we did the theme thing. Somebody picked it up. So like I said, we normally offer it up. Starts out as a pencil sketch, but they can add ink and colors, which is what they did. So when stuff like that happens, usually on my morning streams, I dive in and finish them up on there. So that way people can see them come to life. And then they can always go back, watch the YouTube feed or the Twitch feeds and things like that, and see the replay, see how it all came together.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was really good.
Thank you.
It's a couple of them I had my eye on. I was just like, but I never, I'll catch them one day and then I'll be busy the next day. I'll miss the next, stream. But like I try to pop in every time when I see you come up.
I appreciate it, man, because it's always great when folks come in and interact, because at times otherwise it's just me sitting there, staring at the drawing going, I don't know what to talk about.
Well, Sean, thank you for joining us today. You're part of a month theme of bringing back some of our favorite guests over the course of the year. So thanks again for coming on.
I appreciate it, guys. As always, it's always fun to sit here and chat and stuff. So thanks for having me. Thanks for, keeping me in the mix of part of the crew here. I always appreciate it, man.
All right. Yeah, no problem, man. You're welcome anytime. So thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Have fun, guys.
Sean,
hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming up this month, we got Trish Rayoni joining us again in studio for the live show. She's not been on the live show yet, but we did an interview with her. And then Lanny Sarah makes her return to the Three Geeks podcast. She'll be on for the last half hour on the 18th. So it's all coming very soon. And we got breaking news in the middle of Sean's interview. John Orlando tested negative for COVID-19. So good job, John. That is one test I know you did not want to pass. So good stuff.
Oh man. Yeah, John, I'm glad you're not
mask up.
Like there's one thing you still don't have in common with the president.
And with that note, we are going to take our break a little early today.
Oh God!
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
We're going to shift into our top 5 comedy horror movies. So stay tuned. First up is some bloopers from when me and John tried to make a 30-second Matt Talk commercial. And then we have some normal commercials promoting some of the podcasts around here. So see you guys after the break, whenever you're ready.
Hey, Jason, have you ever sat down and just listened to an absolutely awful podcast?
I have. More so in the past than recently, but yes, I've listened to some awful podcasts.
It happens to us all. We sit down, we think it's going to be a great podcast, and for some reason or another, it just doesn't check all those boxes. Don't you wish maybe you could, sue somebody for the time that you spent listening to that bad podcast?
I do, because that's time I'm never going to get back.
That's right. If you were to get a lawyer, what lawyer would you pick, Jason? Would you pick Perry Mason?
I might pick Perry Mason or Alan Shore, but I think to really choose the right attorney, I think I would go with Benjamin Matlock.
That's right, Matlock, who, by the way, is the subject of his own television show, and we have a podcast all about that television show. It's kind of like Insomnia. I meant to say Inception.
All right, all over now.
You got to start all over, which that's okay. And we got to get a little snappier there. All right. Hey, Jason, have you ever listened to a really bad podcast?
I have, John.
And, with all due respect, sometimes you listen to a podcast, it's not very good. You feel like maybe you lost out on spending that time on another podcast or doing something else, and you might be a little bit upset about it. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, dude, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah, well, you know what? There should be some type of recourse for that, shouldn't there? We should be able to hire somebody to sue someone to get back the time that we lost. Don't you think?
Couldn't agree more.
So if you were to hire a lawyer, maybe say a fictional lawyer, who would you hire?
I might hire Alan Shore. I might hire Perry Mason, but I'd probably hire Benjamin Matlock.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good choice. Yeah. Ben Matlock. He has his own fictional television show that we love to talk about on the podcast called Matt Talk. That's right. Every single episode, we sit down with an episode of the classic television show Matlock, and we review it, we discuss it, we poke fun at it sometimes when warranted, and you need to check it out. So, Jason, where can folks find Matt Talk?
You can find it anywhere that you would find an audio podcast. You can find it on YouTube and Facebook.
All right. So just, I don't know. I'm not liking how this, because I'm thinking it makes us sound like assholes. We're like, oh, you ever listen to a bad podcast? Yeah, I don't know. Let's try something else.
All right. Ask me what's wrong.
Okay. All right.
What is improv it?
Okay. Good. Like the committee. Jason. Jason. These outtakes should be given to Mike so he can piece them into. All right. Hey, Jason, you look like you're down in the dumps. What's wrong, man?
I've been surfing the internet all day looking for a Matlock dedicated podcast, and I can't seem to find one anywhere.
What? I mean, there is one out there. In fact, dare I say, it's the greatest Matlock-themed podcast on the planet. It's called Matt Talk, Jason.
Oh, yeah, and I'm a host of it.
That's right. It is an episode-by-episode recounting of Matlock. You and I, we sit down every episode. We watch an episode of Matt Talk. God damn it. All right.
Is that better?
No, that's great. That's what we should go with.
Hey everybody, it's John Orlando from the PVD Cast. Are you wondering where you can find my podcast? Well, it's real simple. Just go over to pvdcast.com, the online home of yours truly, or it's available through all of those major podcasting platforms. Just search for it in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio app, and don't forget that every single Monday night at 8 o'clock, I do a live broadcast of the week's episode of the PVD Cast through the Facebook page. Just go over to facebook.com and search for @PVDcast and join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get on out of here. So I'll chat at each and every one of you later.
Hi, I'm Casper.
And I'm Becky Gremlin.
And we're the host of Don't Fuck With the Original.
We are a spoopy horror podcast that pretty much covers everything under the genre.
We cover haunted locations, we cover true crime, cryptids, movies, anything you can literally think of. We are all over it.
Everything spoopy.
On Wednesdays, and why?
Wednesdays are for podcast. Thanks, guys.
Jason, what's wrong, man? You seem to be a little bit down in the dumps.
I've just been searching the internet all day trying to find a podcast dedicated to Matlock, and I can't seem to find it.
What? Funny you asked. Funny you mentioned that. I know of a podcast called Matt Talk, and it takes a look at every single episode of that beloved series and critiques it and reviews it, discusses it, even sometimes pokes fun at it. Wait a minute. We're the hosts of that.
That's right.
What do you? Yes, of course. Why? I don't understand why you forgot that. But nonetheless, folks, you can check out Matt Talk. We have a great Facebook page. It's @Matt Talk Podcast. You could get the episodes wherever you find podcast episodes, and we make it easy on you, don't we, Jason? Sometimes we just put the link for Anchor right there in the description of each announcement when an episode comes out, and all you got to do is click and listen. And Jason, where can folks get in touch with us if they want to comment, say on this silly commercial or on any episode of Matt Talk?
All you need to do is go to benmatttalk@gmail.com. You can drop us a line on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. Twitter account coming soon. Get in contact with us.
There you go. And right now we have 8 episodes in the can. We got plenty more coming up. So check it out. We love Matlock. We certainly do. And so with that, we'll see you in the courtroom. Well, not literally, figuratively.
Bonjour tout le monde. It's Jesse Camacho, and you're listening to the Three Geeks Podcast.
We're back. That was a fun commercial break.
It was incredible.
That should not have taken John and I so long to do. To make a 30-second.
I really wanted John to be in one of those spinny chairs, and he just rolls into it, be like, "Are you interested in a Matlock podcast?"
Well, we're here now to discuss our top 5 horror comedies, or horror movies that are so bad they're funny, or horror movies that you're just twisted and find funny regardless. So, yeah, I'm going to turn it to Dan. Dan, let's hear your number 5.
My number 5 is Antichrist.
Jesus Christ.
Is that the movie with Willem
Dafoe?
Yes.
Is that a comedy?
Yes, it is.
It might as well be.
No, but it is so pretentious that I just laughed and laughed. There's the part in the barn. I'm not going to describe it, but I saw it in a theater, and like everybody else is like, oh my God, and I'm just laughing at it, and I'm pretty sure they wanted me to leave. But yeah, it's a horrible film.
Wow.
Right.
That.
Well, there goes my same as Dan plan.
Mike, let's hear your number 5. Hopefully it's not as twisted as Dan's number 5.
I really didn't rank these, but the one I'll go with that's at the bottom, I guess, is the 1978, the original Piranha by Joe Dante. Just because I love the chintziness of it.
Nice.
It's got Dick Miller, and I love Dick Miller, so it's kind of the predicated for a lot of like cheesy animals go crazy type stuff, So yeah, 1978's Piranha. It's a cult classic. Check it out. Some Roger Corman goodness there.
What have you seen the Piranha 2 that was directed by James Cameron?
No, I've heard of it though. It's called The Spawning or something like that.
I think so.
That was his first movie ever. I think was that one.
Yeah,
So,
I think he made it for the funding for Terminator, I believe, but
Mhm.
I don't know that that's true for sure. Justin, what's your number 5?
My number 5, I wanted to pull in something that's relatively new, just because a lot of my list is old stuff. So I picked Happy Death Day, just because when I watched
that's a good one.
It just surprised me how much I enjoyed it. I thought I was going to go in and hated it. But
Are you changing your list right now?
No, I'm not to Happy Death Day.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Reminded me of Groundhog's Day with murder. So can't do that.
That's a good one. Scott, your number 5.
My number 5 is What We Do in the Shadows.
Nice.
Also try to pull in something a little bit newer. Actually, I think a lot of my stuff is... No, that's not true. Anyway, I haven't seen the TV show. I heard it's really good, but I love that movie. It was like on my YouTube TV DVR at one point, and I was just like, yeah, I'll check it out, and I'm glad I did. So definitely worth a watch, especially if you like Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that this week on my movie podcast. They seem to all be talking about it.
I watched the first couple episodes of the TV show. I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen the movie though, but I imagine I would like that as well.
There's also a TV spinoff of the. There's like a part where 2 cops come to the house and they're like hypnotizing them to try and cover up all the crazy vampire stuff that's happening. I guess they did a spinoff.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any of that, but that's one of the funnier parts of the movie as well. So.
My Pets Are Weird says mine is Black Sheep. It's from New Zealand, not the Chris Farley classic. This is a completely different movie.
It is pretty good though.
I want to hear the argument where Chris Farley's Black Sheep is a horror movie. Like, that would be interesting to me. Like, if someone was like, no, you think it's a comedy, but it's actually a horror movie.
Political office, maybe.
That's true.
I wish that I had been able to see Chris Farley's Cable Guy. Like, I like Jim Carrey's Cable Guy, but Chris Farley was originally cast as the Cable Guy before he passed.
That would have been better.
It would have been weird seeing him in more of a serious-ish role.
Who's to say it would be serious if he played it like that?
Yeah, that's true.
My number 5 is Gremlins 2. I love Gremlins 2. I know Gremlins 2 gets a lot of crap because it's more spoofy, but that's what I like about it. I like the scene where Hulk Hogan's in the theater and he tells the Gremlins to shut up. I love Gremlins 2. It's one of the funniest. The Gremlins 1 is good in its own right, but Gremlins 2 I thought as a sequel and a spoof, because again, I'm all for these movies switching genres when they make sequels, and I thought Gremlins did it very well.
What was the first, or what was the Wayans Brothers spoof on Scream?
Scary Movie?
Yeah, Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
Yeah. All right, Max, what's your number 5?
Scary Movie.
That was telegraphed.
I love Scary Movie. I like the second one a little bit better, but because I like the whole Exorcist spoof at the beginning of the second one. But Scream is my favorite horror franchise, and I love Scary Movie for that. Absolutely, it's
that gets
Doofy. I told you not to come in my room when I'm vacuuming.
The first one I thought was actually funny. Pretty much all the other ones are garbage to me. But
that is a genre that played out real quick. Especially when they started moving to like other genres of movie to do that same kind of content.
Or whatever.
I agree.
Vampires Duck,
totally played out. It's that one and Not Another Teen Movie are the only ones that are worth watching. But other than that, they're pretty much all garbage.
First 2, and then when the Waynes left is when it hit the bed for me. But
hot garbage.
Dan, number 4. Sorry, Mike. I'm going in order of my screen over here.
That's fair.
Dan, what horrifying movie did you pick as your funny?
I'm going to go with Hot Fuzz.
I like Hot Fuzz.
And before you say it's not a horror movie,
no,
if you take the comedy out, Like, yeah, you got the killer with the whole, you know, cape and hood, and yeah. And I'm adding that to any top 10 I could possibly can. So there you go.
I think it has a lot more horror elements than people give it credit for.
Absolutely.
Even though it's more
And
of a
when the roof falls on the dude's head, that's so good.
There's been an accident. Terrible accident.
I've never seen that. I need to add that to my list.
You need to see that, dude.
I've only seen Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, wow.
Here's the whole deal. Max will watch Cobra Kai if you watch Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
I will watch Hot Fuzz. It's already on my list. Dude, that's not true.
You need to watch.
I accept this deal, Mike.
No.
I don't think World's End gets enough credit. That is also
No, but the end of it, the World's End, I think the end of it has a more like serious vibe that kind of turns away, whereas the other two don't.
It gets into like substance addiction and stuff like that.
There's
It
a lot of
does.
like, serious themes taking
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's the weakest of the three, but it's still very good.
I mean, there's a lot of serious themes taking place in all of the Cornetto trilogy. Like Shaun of the Dead is about like control of your life essentially, and Hot Fuzz is about learn to let people in a little bit. And...
All right, Mike.
Yeah, but it's.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Dan. Finish your thought.
It's fine. It was like neither of those two are as dark as World's End, though. I mean, you got to be in a certain mood to take the whole character arc in.
That's true.
That's all.
Nice. Yep. My number 4. The next one I had on my list, Chopping Mall. I'm sticking with my Corman kind of vibe here. Chopping Mall is amazing and kind of hilarious, and it's just fun how like earnest it's trying to be about like these really slow ass robots that can just kill you instantly and blow up your head, and you're stuck in an 80s mall with teenagers who decided to all have sex in the same department store, I guess. So probably furniture.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
they saw that commercial and they had to go.
Yeah, so but no, it's kind of a joy just to see these chintzy robots wreak so much havoc, and like the crew of people are really fun too. At one point they just get like a whole bunch of guns from the gun shop and get like a propane tank. One guy, he's just got a propane tank. Like that's his whole like choice of weapon class. So
we may be getting Kelly Maroney, who was the lead in that movie, on the podcast for an interview very soon.
Is she the one who got her head blown up?
She played
you can do that research.
Allison Park.
Yes.
I'll have to take a look.
She played Allison. So
yeah, unfortunately the name of her character was not Girl Who Got Her Head Blown Up.
How do you play a person who's about to lose their head?
It was a great effect. I mean, it was hilarious. It was amazing. I count it as one of my. It's that one and Scanners and Maniac. Like those are the top 3 head explosions in horror.
Nice. Okay.
I need to see Maniac. I have not seen that yet.
It's good. Not a comedy though.
No.
My number 4 was Cabin in the Woods. I just enjoyed how they subverted the genre a lot. It was enjoyable, and the whole plethora of different options. And how those options kind of went and murdered a whole bunch of people, so you get to see that.
Oh, I love that. That should have been on my list. I'm not going to take it off my list because there's movies on my list we haven't talked about yet. But no, that's a very good choice.
I love the whole departmental aspect of basically like trying to appease the ancient ones. It's just another day at the office.
Throw Sigourney Weaver in there too, and just be like, "Oh, you're in this movie too? All right." Then.
Yeah, anything Sigourney Weaver does lend a bit of creep, like a
cachet to it.
Yeah, I'm down for something. The Cabin in the Woods is good. I enjoyed it. I actually watched that one.
Well, good. Hit one the next one.
I don't watch a lot of horror stuff.
Scott, number 4.
So my number 4. This might be another one Max can check out because it's a very soft horror movie. Is The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher. It's
Brother Theodore.
Yeah.
Brother
the neighbor
Theodore's
kid's
amazing.
a meatball. That movie is so infinitely quotable to me. Like there's so many things that I just say like on a daily basis. You know, there go the goddamn brownies. I say all the time. it's like a PG movie, so like there's not really like a whole lot of horror going on in it. A little bit of creepiness at the end, but that's about it. And yeah, I love that movie.
Ernest Scared Stupid was a PG movie too, and it scared the shit out of me.
I loved Ernest Scared Stupid.
Hold on, we might get to it. It might be on Max's list.
I hope so.
We don't know.
No, it's not a comedy. How is that a comedy? That was scary as fuck.
I don't know, man. If you make an argument for the Antichrist being a comedy, I think you can make an argument for an Ernest movie being a comedy.
But Ernest actually saved Christmas. I mean, come on.
Halloween.
Went to the army.
No, not yet.
Okay.
My number 4 is Happy Death Day to You.
Number 2, huh?
Number 2 is the Back to the Future of horror movies. 2, the Back to the Future 2. In like Groundhog's Day had a baby because when she does the death montage in the second one, it is so funny.
I agree. It was really funny.
Yeah, they introduced like time travel and alternate dimensions.
Time travel was terrible.
Oh my god, I love the Happy Death Day series because it embraces the silliness and it doesn't do it in a cheesy way. And I love the first one, but the sequel just added more comedy to it. I thought so.
Yeah, they played up what they did good in the first one.
Yes. Happy Death Day to You. I can't wait to see Happy Death Day 3, 4, however many they want to make. I'm in for all of them.
She's in an infinite loop of horror movies.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the trailers for those movies, but even the trailer for the first one like tried to play it straight, and then the second one was all comedy. So I was like, I'm down for it.
The first one is comedy, even if the trailer says it's not.
Yeah. That's totally fair.
But Max, what's your number 4?
Ready or Not. I had a lot of fun with that movie. It's horror movie.
I love the ending.
The ending is a very, very I enjoyed it.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah,
it's
comfortable. I guess get to the house now.
Oh man, it's wonderful. I really enjoy that movie because she's the same chick who plays Bill's daughter in the Bill and Ted movie, and I'd never heard of her before this movie, and it was like it was a totally random movie that I went to see on a whim, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was much better than I thought it was going to be. This is back when going to the movies was a thing that you could do on a whim.
Yes.
But
I love how it's basically also you get many different layered characters in the family itself. Like that one guy from the OC who's just like, I'm over this shit.
Oh my god, here we go. We're terrible people. This is awful, and but I don't want to die. That's the thing. And so it's really good. I really enjoyed it. For it has people you've heard of in the cast, but the main character is not someone it was a kind of new girl and everything. So it's it was really interesting to me. I didn't care at all, and they got me. So yeah, Ready or Not.
I want to correct something I said earlier about Kelly Maroney possibly coming on 3 Geeks. No, she is. She's booked for November, so we will get to talk to her pretty soon.
So I will figure out if she's the one who has her head blown up.
So you lost your head.
What was that like? Dan, number 4.
How did that make you feel? Number 3?
3.
Number
Dan,
3. Yeah.
Number 3. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with The Exorcist Part 2.
That is funny.
Because
every time they say the name Pazuzu, I laugh.
yeah. See, there's Pazuzu. There's Richard Burton looking so bored in every scene that he's in.
He is shit-faced.
But it's just the movie makes no sense at all.
Hilarious. Alcoholism.
It's great. And then fucking James Earl Jones just shows up in a tiger outfit or
he's in a locust.
Yeah,
outfit.
with locusts and I don't. Yeah, okay, that's right. But it's so bizarre and dumb that you just can't help but laugh.
Was that directed? That's directed by the guy who did Zardoz, right?
That was directed by a guy that didn't want to direct Exorcist II. I can tell you that.
Yeah, all I remember from that is Richard Burton looking just so disconnected. Linda Blair is still trying. Linda Blair is the only good performance in the movie, I think.
Yeah. I mean, nobody else is, and then there's the whole Pazuzu backstory, which doesn't add into anything, and then there's
the machine that lets you go into people's dreams. It's Inception.
Yeah.
All right. So
and then the end, the whole house collapses.
Because
so
she did
who
this.
knows?
Because she did this dance move to scare away locusts.
Your insurance company pissed.
All right, so the director of Exorcist II, there was two of them, one uncredited because he didn't want his name on the film, I guess.
Maybe.
And then the other one, which was John Borman, and he did do Xanador, Excalibur, Deliverance. Okay, so he's got
quite
Xanadu.
He did Deliverance?
He did
wow.
Deliverance.
Okay.
Sorry. I mixed up my Z-sounding movies.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't get Sean Connery in a Speedo.
You know what? I wouldn't have put it past him to be able to do Zardoz.
Ranger.
Oh no, he did. He did direct Zardoz.
Zardoz. Yeah, I'm the one who messed up.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Well,
I was like, wait a minute. Don't throw me off.
You do get Sean Connery in a Speedo. There.
I know my Sean Connery underwear.
There you go, Mike.
Mike Petrie says that their number 4 is Killer Workout. I have not seen that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Killer Workout's pretty good.
Okay, is anyone else like a little bit tripped up? Like in this StreamYards thing, it's like everyone can see and hear you. Like, does that bother anyone?
Are you just now realizing this, Max?
Max, everyone can see and hear you all the time.
I don't know why that's like they're watching.
We watch you sleep, Max.
Did your spliff just kick in or something? What happened?
I don't know why, but like
they can see me.
Hey, welcome to the podcast, Max. This is the way it's been for months.
Yeah. You're in the show.
Well, we got our first Twitch comment. They're watching all this time.
See? Give me the blue pill.
Hi, Selwyn. All right, Mike, what is your number 3 or third on your list?
Yeah, whatever is next on. Because here I start to go into the Z grade stuff, like the stuff that actually is legitimately kind of bad, but so bad it's hilarious to me. No, Sharknado tries too hard. It wants to be Z grade, but it's just boring. The third one I have, Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Oh man, this thing is nirvana for just laughing my ass off because it's what happens when you have a director who I know he has a vision, he has an idea of something. It's the same idea he has for all his movies, but he sticks with it. But he just doesn't have the resources or the talent to execute it properly. So it is. If you haven't seen Birdemic, Shock and Terror, it is.
He tries real hard. Is that what you're saying?
He tries real hard.
What do you mean, Mike? I mean, those birds look true to life in every scene.
Yes, absolutely. There's no clipping of frames. There's no.
I love the spoofing of the Birdemic that they did in Schitt's Creek when they did the Crows movie, and they had the director who was just like, I kind of have a vision, but I don't care.
Yeah, yes, exactly. I kind of thought of this director when I saw that scene, and Catherine O'Hara was made up in like a bird person. But no, this movie, if you haven't seen it, it is something else. You won't be scared, but you will be laughing.
No. Well, you might be scared that he would like make more.
You
movies.
might be scared that you're like, oh my god, I can't believe someone tried to do this.
Yes.
Justin, what's your number 3?
Yeah, so my next 3 I could have interchanged at any position, so I think this is going to hit some of your lists. I just don't know where. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yep.
Save it.
Yeah.
Save it. Okay.
I intentionally left that one off my list because I know everyone.
I knew someone else was going to have it too.
I knew you guys were all going to leave it off the list, so I wanted to make sure it was on my list, but Justin got on his too.
I didn't get the number.
Opportunist.
My number 3. Number 3 is tough for me because there's one that I know everybody's gonna say, so I'm taking it off my list. And
what about Scott?
You just don't get nothing.
Yeah.
This is my number 3 with Sleepaway Camp.
Did you
2
skip
or
Scott
3
intentionally?
Yeah, you're skipping Scott.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Scott. What's your number 3?
Poor Scott. Scott, say sleepaway camp.
I was just talking about sleepaway.
I just didn't want him to get away from it.
You already
I was going to say Tucker and Dale anyways. So,
all right, Scott, you go. Jason obviously needs to talk about sleepaway fucking camp right now.
No, it's fine. I only had the 2 anyway. No, Jason's got some steam. If Jason, if you want to finish up, I can just go after you. Keep that momentum going. I'm serious. Like you got so deep into it. Like, if you want to go ahead.
Tell us about sleepaway camp.
Yeah, for real. Why sleepaway camp number 3?
Camp 2 or 3, or 2 and 3. I'm gonna make it a tie for both. But they have the funniest death scenes in any slasher movie I have ever seen. And we got the star of Sleepaway Camp 1 coming on next week to talk about Sleepaway Camp. But no, the sequels, which she's not in, but they're super funny, especially the death sequences and the end of Sleepaway Camp 2, especially.
I thought she was in one of the sequels.
She's in the
direct sequel.
Oh yeah, for like 4.
Yeah,
the one that the writer and director came back for. She's in that one.
The one that's impossible to find anywhere.
It's like $100 for the VHS tape on eBay.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Hatchet movies,
and then your fucking machine eats the tape, like
because it's not like it's like 30 years old or anything, you know.
That's definitely in the spirit of the movie because all those kids are assholes in that movie.
Scott, what is your number 3?
I'm so glad that you asked, Jason.
Let me guess, Star Trek Picard.
That is terrifying, but it's not a movie. So. My number 3 is Attack the Block. Which, if you haven't seen it, is excellent. It's a Joe Cornish movie.
Yes.
It's what got John Boyega noticed for Star Wars, and I'm 100% pulling hipster status on that because I saw that way before those conversations started. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's a little bit lighter on comedy than most like horror comedies. There definitely are some tense, heavy scenes, but I love like the creature designs and the special effects. So just a fun little action horror comedy movie.
Cool. I just added it to my list with Hot Fuzz of what to watch this week. So
it has Nick Frost in it, which is what like I was in the big Edgar Wright kick when it came out, and I was like, "Oh, Nick Frost in another movie. I'll check it out." And I'm glad that I saw it for more than just him, but he was kind of the hook.
You know what else has Nick Frost in it? That Tomb Raider movie.
Does it?
Yes.
Cool. Actors act, Max.
Yeah.
Across various genres.
It's surprising places you find Nick Frost, but yeah, no, check his place. The pawn shop.
I kind of wish he had like, a long enough like history that we could have like where in the world is Nick Frost and just put in random movies. For a list.
Nick
Frost was also in.
My Pets Are Weird says my number 3 is Friday the 13th final chapter. Yeah, that's my favorite of the Friday the 13th series in general.
Yeah.
But
I wish it was.
It is funny.
No, because we never would have gotten Jason X. Or Jason Goes to Manhattan.
It was Jason versus Freddy's. Oh, no, okay, never mind. Yeah, sorry.
Jason Goes to Manhattan. Jason Goes to Cuba.
They're just travel videos, man. They're not even horror movies anymore.
Jason Goes on a cruise.
And Jason X qualify for this list.
Could we do a Jason Goes on a cruise? He's just sipping on a martini.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Is he or is he on a cruise?
I feel like a cruise would be the most stressful place for Jason because you know what happens on a cruise a lot? People having sex. And he's gonna be like, I gotta fucking go kill people.
Oh
now.
Man.
And also water, so because isn't that like his phobia or something like that?
Oh well, yeah.
I want to make a Jason movie where he's on a cruise, but he's like trying to enjoy the cruise, but people keep dying in ways they might have done it, and he was sort of stalking, but he might have just been on a cruise.
He tries to play all of them. Yeah, like a half second before everything.
I like this idea.
Well, no, final chapter has is Crispin Glover in that one? That's the one?
Yes, and Corey Feldman.
Yes, yeah.
Corey Feldman. That should just be Jason goes around to find all the doppelgangers of Crispin Glover and Corey Feldman, and that takes him to various locales.
This is getting into like Back to the Future 2 territory.
Exactly.
You love it.
Oh,
Max.
Oh, okay. Number 3. It is.
Well, hold on 1 second. Sorry, we have a comment from Morpheus. Anthony Bourdain, but with Jason.
I would love that.
I'd love that.
Okay.
You just enjoying food, murdering people on vacation.
Exactly.
I can see it.
This quinoa is delicious. I killed it.
Jason's got to be doing something right. No reservations.
No reservations.
Wouldn't the Anthony Bourdain, but with Anthony or Hannibal, work better?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jason, if anything, endures. Like he's able to get travel around a bit, and whatever he's doing diet wise works for him because that dude can't die. So
yeah.
Iron stomach to the extreme.
Jason X is my number 3.
I saw that with Max in the theaters.
Yeah, I was dying. It was hilarious. The robot, the android chick, all that shit's hilarious. Jason in space is just the funniest thing of all time. When he gets like rebuilt with the like super space machete, like break. Oh my god!
That's the one where he picks him up in the sleeping bag, right? He bangs them against the tree. I love that.
I saw that movie on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Seal of quality, right there.
Yeah. Heard.
Oh my god!
There you go.
The best horror. Whoever goes to space movie, I think.
It's terrible.
I mean, it's him and the critters, basically.
I mean, even better than Leprechaun in space. I mean,
and Leprechaun. Sorry, I forgot the Leprechaun went to space too. So not much competition.
We have 2 things.
Well, hey, I best out of 3. Like, all right. I mean, like that's gold, silver, and bronze, right? Like, I mean, fuck, we filled up the podium, didn't we?
Oh boy!
Don't shit on Jason X. It's doing good.
Oh god!
We have to emotionally support Jason.
Just put Jason X and good in the same sentence there, man.
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah,
it was good when it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Leprechaun had a lightsaber, and Leprechaun goes to space.
Good God!
Never saw any of the Leprechauns.
I have not seen it either.
I'm okay with it.
I don't remember seeing it, but I know I have, so it had to be bad.
Ben had a
You were traumatized. Just put it on your
Maybe.
You suppressed the memory.
Most likely just bored, and I tuned it out, but I don't know.
Dan, what's the one where Pinhead goes to space? How's that?
I really like that one. Most people don't. That's part 4, but to its credit, it also has how the boxes were like built in the past. So whatever.
Is it called Hellspace?
No, it's just called Hellraiser 4.
BRB. Jason accidentally
something.
Out of the stream.
Jason went to space.
Yeah.
Jason. Our mic's there. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Mike, what's your number 2?
Oh,
I don't get a number 2.
Yeah,
oh my
God!
You just shove Hellraiser 4 in my face and say that's my number 2, Jason. Is that what I get?
I confused myself.
Yeah. No one puts Dan in the corner.
You're gonna like Hellraiser 4 and live with it, Dan.
God damn it!
This is what you get for picking the Antichrist story.
You're about to go on time.
My number 2 is gonna be The Happiness of the Katakuris.
I've never seen that.
Everyone looks confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but okay. It's a Takashi Miike film. About these people that are trying to build a hotel where there is supposed to be a freeway bypass. So they're going to make all this money, except it never happens. And then people who just happen to show up, to pay them, die. So it's a weird horror comedy that's also a musical.
I'm intrigued.
That checks a lot.
Yeah, it's
A lot of boxes.
I
It's
have to watch
interesting.
the trailer for this, so let's check this out real quick.
Go get
Number 2.
You just made Dan's Sunday.
I can't read this.
I can't read anything. That's yep. Hey, a dog.
Are they dancing?
Is this Power Rangers?
Yes.
Oh, this is great.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh, is this like a rock opera horror movie?
It's not a rock opera. It's more of a musical.
Yeah.
Musical.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Well, the music they were playing was kind of fierce. Never mind. I take it back.
Amazing.
Sound
Yes.
music.
Oh man.
Wow.
We should all watch this and talk about it.
I am so here for
Yes.
this.
We should all watch
No.
that. Oh,
Is this on the next challenge sofa? Does it qualify?
No. No. Absolutely
Oh.
not.
we have to make Max watch this.
No.
Don't worry, Dan. We'll find a home for it on McChats.
Look, I mean, I'm all
Okay,
about inclusion
okay.
and everything.
Yeah,
but do not include me in this.
I'll poach.
come
I'll
on,
poach it
man.
since Max doesn't want to see it.
Oh, he's watching.
I'm actually surprised that you haven't seen it, Mike.
I want to be
No.
part of that
I
chat
already
game.
been Cobra Kai episode.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Is that actually in the movie?
Probably.
That's a CD you can buy. It's
Yeah,
the
it's-
companion CD.
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, it says up there. Buy the soundtrack.
That
Why
was
not?
good, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh my
I needed that in my
God.
life. I didn't know I did.
Yeah, yeah. Go watch that movie. It's awesome.
Ah!
My
I
Pets Are
will
Weird
hunt it
says My
down.
number 2 is Evil Dead 2.
My Pets Are Weird is stepping on my dick right now.
That just didn't sound right at all for several reasons.
Weird fetish Max has.
Are you taking us back to Antichrist?
I mean, you can.
Morpheus,
No, I'm not watching
Do
this shit.
that.
No.
You
can't make me.
Right now.
I took the blue pill. I don't even know who you are.
Mike, what is number
Oh,
2 on your list?
Number 2 is called the Loch Ness Horror. It is.
Another
I
trailer.
feel like I've heard of this.
If you can find a trailer for it, it is another Z-grade movie about a bunch of people with fake Scottish accents going to Loch Ness to find the Loch Ness monster. It involves criminals. It involves campers and teenagers who go out into the woods to have the sex. It involves a scientist. It involves a very over-the-top Scrooge McDuck impersonator. It involves a kilt. It involves a Scotsman in a kilt who lives up in a castle on Killycranky Mountain or something like that. and the worst looking Loch Ness monster I have ever seen. So
I just
You know it's going to be good when it starts like this.
yes, driving classics.
I searched for it, and this was the first picture that came up, and I'm sold.
I've never seen the trailer for it, so I don't know how.
As loud as it'll let me get it.
Okay, that might just be the quality of the.
Oh wow.
might just be the quality of the.
Still.
The whole film?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Mike. You sold me on this.
Yes. This looks great.
Stay out of the water. It'll be fine.
Oh my god! I hope they show
But the thing looks so friendly, and then it's eating people.
Oh man.
You can take a lot of bullets.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
My favorite scene. He bites
Oh,
that old
God.
man for like a minute and a half. It is the best thing ever.
This monster made out of paper mache.
Does
It's
he-
wonderful.
Does he go through his whole like last will and testament, like as the monster's like chewing him, like, and to my son, I
Please give my trading cause.
No.
Keep
There's a
us on
point.
it.
There's a point. It cuts away briefly. It cuts back to him. He somehow worked his whole head into the jaws. Of the creature.
That's the picture I posted in the chat.
Oh yeah, if you can get the picture. Oh, that dude is, his accent is terrible.
Yeah, this.
Just take a whole group of bikers.
Yep.
This Shape of Water remake really just doesn't have the budget.
It's not really doing it for me. I agree. Oh wow.
There's and also I forgot to mention there's like a downed like Nazi plane in the lock that they need to disarm a bomb on or something.
What in the world? Just shooting smoke out of his mouth.
There's lots of stuff going on in this.
I don't know, man. This
is she being
eaten?
Just his head popping up.
Dude, I want to see this movie.
Oh yeah, this looks great.
No.
Thank you, Mike.
A whole day of movies Max hates and just
Yes. I mean, it wouldn't be hard.
I mean, no, I understand why it's on the list. I just don't feel like I need to. Like, after watching that trailer, I really don't even feel like I need to watch the whole movie.
I feel like you got what you needed out of just that trailer.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and I was like, wow, this trailer's running kind of long, don't you think? Like, I mean,
it's definitely a movie I speed through certain parts and just to get to either the terrible accents or the terrible creature effects.
Oh,
yes,
man.
that one. That dude stays in there for like a full minute. It is glorious.
I'm being digested.
Hey guys, this is our first photo from Jurassic World 3.
Yeah.
I'm on board if that's what it is.
Yeah.
Jurassic World 3, I swear to God, this one isn't Jurassic Park again.
It's about Star Wars.
It's got Jeff Goldblum in it. I'm going to see it.
Oh, geez.
Even if he's in it for like 3 seconds.
No, apparently
Yeah,
the cast
that's
has a
the
big
thing.
part. The original cast has a big
They
part.
call it Jurassic World. Why aren't they all over the world?
Well, they are now.
I
They got there.
I want the raptor who says Alan to come back.
Yeah.
Alan.
It could just be a conversation between that raptor and the guy that says "clever girl."
Alan,
clever girl.
You don't know if he didn't make it out of there.
No, they definitely turned him into poo. That dude is poo.
I did ask Mike, right? Okay, yeah, Justin, number 2.
Yeah. We're real bad looking at the list of people, apparently. Mine, similar to Pets Are Weird. My Pets Are Weird. Army of Darkness. I love the skeleton.
Nice.
All of you.
Are we saving this one?
No, it's just like this is my number 2 pick, but like the whole series.
Oh, okay. We'll save
That's
it.
another one I left off my list because I knew everyone.
We're gonna save it. I
know. This is the spot. This now's the time.
We all know what number 1's going to be if no one said it yet.
But no, like Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, like all of them are just ridiculous.
Cut your arm off with a chainsaw on it and just murdering folks.
The tree rape in the first, like the first one is the most like horror, like but the like when it was the first time I ever watched the movie, we were doing a screening at BGMX, and my boss was there with his 13-year-old daughter. And not that the scene is funny, but watching the scene with them in the room together was hilarious. So that's why it gets comedy. But then they move more and more to comedy, like as you make it.
Getting the root, right?
Yeah.
Army of Darkness
is
my favorite, but I think Evil Dead 2 is the best combination of horror comedy.
I just love the skeletons.
The skeletons are fun.
Yeah.
The skeletons making
Evil Dead 2 is my favorite because of the part where all of the things in the room start laughing at Bruce Campbell. I totally love that scene.
I like the fantasy elements that show up in Army of Darkness, though.
Oh yeah,
him actually fighting evil version of himself, or like starts off as miniature.
Yeah.
And of course, this is my boomstick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's my boomstick.
Infinitely quotable, actually funny scenes, like actually scary scenes. My Pets Are Weird. No, please share your number 1. But like, I was just mad because like everyone picked
just let Max go first.
Everyone picked my number 2. It's like, okay, I agree with you people. I guess you people.
There's also the TV show too, right? I really enjoyed the TV show.
Oh yeah,
I remember. I saw the pilot and really liked it, and just never got back to it.
For the second season,
I heard the remake sucked though. Like the
well, it didn't have.
I really liked it actually.
The remake,
really good.
Yeah.
Who did I hear it sucks from?
I don't know. The remake was
call out here,
horrifying.
though. It's good.
It scared the piss out of me. Me and Dan saw it in the theaters together.
Yeah. Except nobody understands how to cauterize a wound in the whole thing.
Yes, absolutely.
That was my main problem.
They did not lean into the comedy for the remake.
No, it's a little bit more serious business.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still works.
But doesn't Bruce Campbell show up at the end?
Yeah, he's a post-credit stinger.
At the very end.
and the car is there at the campsite, just covered in thorns and foliage and stuff. So
the comic books are a lot of fun too. Army of Darkness comic books.
Yeah, they planned on merging the two. They just haven't done it yet. But Justin or Scott, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Shaun of the Dead.
That was my number 1. That was the guy we haven't heard yet.
Right, we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it.
Okay.
Shaun of the Dead was on my list. That's what I replaced Sleepaway Camp with. But
it was another one I was sure was probably going to be on someone else's, but I was like, I gotta.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
My number 2 is a movie I saw last year, Return of the Living Dead. I like the franchise, but they got the whole brains, and it is fun.
Yeah, like the send more cops part.
Yes, it could have been Beyond Reanimator. I could have put here as well, but yeah, Return of the Living Dead really struck a chord with me. I laughed so hard. I like the sequels. I've seen the first 3 so far, and yeah, it's a funny franchise. Anybody else seen them besides Dan, Mike?
I've seen it. It's been a long time. I remember thinking it was funny too, but I can't remember specific scenes.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah.
The first one has an awesome soundtrack, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. God, now I got fucking "It's Been a While" stuck in my head.
That's gonna be there for a while,
forever.
Man. Stained. I forgot all about Stained.
And weren't you happier for it?
Yeah, exactly.
Max, you did your number 2.
I did. Yeah,
just taking number 2s everywhere.
Justin, and my pets are rude. All share the same number 2.
Dan, what is your number 1?
I'm gonna cheat. I have 2 runners up.
Good,
no
man.
one else is going to pick these. You're fine.
Such a maverick.
Okay, runners up. Monos, the Hands of Fate. and Play 9 from Outer Space.
What's it called?
Monos, the Hands of Fate.
Monos, the Hands of Fate.
Mike's reaction told me everything I need to know. You don't need to pull up the trailer.
Yeah.
The master will be pleased.
Oh no! I see the clip Jason's pulling up. Oh Lord.
God.
Yeah. It's not.
Dan, who hurt you?
Well, no, like we know this probably mainly also because of MST3K.
Oh yeah, yeah. And this film has a horrific backstory too. But
yeah,
it's directed by a fertilizer salesman who was bet that he couldn't make a film.
You just made my girlfriend really happy, Dan, because she's a big MST3K fan. So.
I could have sworn we didn't make a wrong turn.
This film had sequels?
Don't need to get upset.
It had a sequel done by the daughter of the director. I haven't seen it yet because the one time that I tried to start it, my Xbox shut down.
Yeah.
It says it has a prequel and a sequel.
We're not doing this.
Yeah. It was, I just took that as a hint.
I don't care. Let's see if we can get some direction.
I like the soap opera.
I take care of the place while the master is away. Which way do we go? There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon.
This fucking guy.
There is no way out of here.
Yeah.
No way out of here.
You know, we could spend the night here, and then tomorrow we can.
Yeah.
What do you think his just like? There's no way.
And the Torgo's Pizza sketch.
I haven't had meth in
so
4
good.
hours. I need some meth. There's no way out of here. Oh God!
The walk.
Yeah.
Madam, it will be very dangerous to leave now. The master.
Take this.
What kind of talk is that?
These people are pretty rude to this guy for just trying to help.
Fucking Kenny G in the background.
And that Master Swords and shit.
Oh man.
This soundtrack, yeah, Jason, I see what you're saying.
Very soap opera.
Yeah, that's very fucking. The use of symbol is quite.
I'm fitting my head into my camera space.
Here, the will of Manos.
It's too
Wait,
bad.
Yeah. Is this just like a highlight
Yes.
reel, or is this a
I don't know.
Okay, how much more? Of
Oh,
this?
thank God it's almost
Trailer.
over.
Yeah.
No,
Behold
the will of Manos.
That is perfect, like midnight, like screening where you heckle the screen type fodder.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Absolutely glorious.
All right,
Oh
Dan,
my
what's
God.
your other runner-up?
My second runner-up is Plan 9 from Outer Space, but
Yes.
everybody knows that one already.
I love Plan 9.
Yeah.
Plan 9 is amazing.
And my actual number one is Monster Squad. Because I love Monster Squad.
Maddie, that's
And
my
Wolfman's got nards.
Is that Space Jam 2?
No, Monster, not Monstar.
Yeah.
This random basketball land.
Oh, dude, okay, but that song "Hit 'Em High" that they made for was what's that? Good
Jeez.
rappers on that song. Yeah, it was good. It was fucking good. Coolio, LL Cool J. Okay. Sorry.
I'll just trail off and be like, "Thanks for killing that."
Beetlejuice.
I didn't.
Yes,
I
solid.
didn't even think about Beetlejuice. but
That
yeah,
is a
it's
good
great.
pick.
It's a good one.
That is a very good pick. I love that movie.
And it is actually got some really disturbing imagery in it.
I mean, it's Burton.
Yeah.
Everything Tim Burton does is scary.
But like vintage Burton disturbing, not like,
Yeah.
hey, I created a CGI
Yeah,
person
like-
disturbing.
Like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, not
See?
unintentional
Morpheus
disturbing.
Morpheus knows. It's actually the second best song on the soundtrack, though. Second to "You Buggin" by Bugs Bunny.
Oh, jeez.
You don't know that.
I requested that at a middle school dance. You bugging by Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it's the shit. That's why. They've got what, fucking Basketball Jones on that soundtrack.
With Chris Rock.
Chris
and Jerry
Rock,
White.
Basketball Jones. Fuck yeah.
He's talking right to
Fuck,
me now. He's actually
yeah.
on the camera.
No, just letting you know it's a good soundtrack. Like you think it's a joke, but it's
So,
not.
Monster Squad.
It's suddenly awesome.
How
Yeah.
many things about this
Monster
movie? What's
Squad.
it about?
It's about a bunch of kids that have a club. They call themselves the Monster Squad. And then all the Universal monsters come to town, and they have to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Okay. Sounds
There you go.
There you go.
It's probably better than all the fucking Universal Monster remake movies.
Tom
that we
Cruise
made.
just pops up.
Yeah, like.
Well, no, yeah. No.
Poorly
Tom,
mixed
Tom
audio.
Cruise has to run with his hands like
Yes.
this, because that's
Could
what
you
Tom
imagine
Cruise does.
If the dark
Yeah,
universe if the dark universe had been allowed to continue, that's what they were going to build to. Was like their Avengers would be the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
That I would actually kind of like, but they would screw it up, and it would be like Tom Cruise with a bunch of 15-year-olds. So basically, his love life, but
Yeah.
not.
Topic change.
Let's
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Number one.
My number one is Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Nice.
Is this the one that we watched the clip from?
Yes.
Oh.
This is the
Okay,
one
yeah.
that we got you drunk.
Yeah.
By watching.
Mike, can I do it?
Go for it.
It was like every time his eyebrows.
Garbage Day.
Yeah, this is the originator of the Garbage Day clip if you're able to find it. But
it was like
you can
every
find
time
it.
the guy does something weird with his eyebrows, you drink.
Yeah.
Mhm, every
yes.
time he overacts with his eyebrows, we drank. And
Yeah.
so
And in the first 5 minutes, you're drunk.
we
I
got about an hour and
remember-
10 minutes in, and Max was already passed out.
Yeah, it was.
He doesn't remember the film.
It was night.
Well, like the first 45 minutes is just Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 again.
Yes,
it's all-
Pretty much.
it's a clip show basically, but with the
Yeah.
structure of the kid who was a baby in the first movie recalling the events of the first movie as if
Yes.
he'd been there and remembered everything.
Ugh.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But his acting is amazing. Like I love his acting.
We're gonna use that term loosely.
Acting, yes.
Can you find a trailer for that, JT?
Or just find the Garbage Day clip.
No.
Yes, I will.
No.
Just find Garbage
Max.
Day.
Max, you can't stop good cinema, Max.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't have to stop good cinema. I don't want the less bad cinema. That's what we're...
Is it worth watching the ones after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yes.
No.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
I'm a big fan of the giant cockroach in 4?
Oh yeah. Does Mickey Rooney show up in one of those?
Yes.
He is in one, which is funny.
I think that's 4 or 5. I think.
He kind of lambasted the original movie, right?
Yep.
So they were like, "Hey, come be in one of the later movies." Oh yeah, part 3 has one where the dude has like a brain transplant or something.
Yeah, that's my least favorite one of them. I think it just wasn't very interesting.
Oh,
No.
It's on Blu-ray. They're gonna show Garbage Day.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is the first one. This is the original one, which is actually kind of legitimately terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it still has its highly amusing parts.
Yeah, it's silly, but not this part.
There we go.
The brutal murder of a family isn't that hilarious.
No, but the whole sledding down the hill while the evil Santa Claus yells naughty and chops her head off. Now that's fun.
Wait, is this trailer just going to be the trailer for the first? Oh, there we go. There he is.
Yeah.
This is the movie. It's the clips of the first one.
Oh, here we go.
The range on that.
That's fun.
Yeah, I'm a hot shot with this gun.
He kills someone with an umbrella.
Yes.
And then.
Oh wow! I didn't make it to that part.
Oh man!
What was that?
You did. You just don't remember, Max. It's all.
Yeah, no. I didn't make it.
Oh god!
To the part with the umbrella?
Yeah.
Mother Superior. This Mother Superior. She's the worst.
That's before Garbage Day.
Gotcha.
Like, bingo! That stunt.
That is insane.
Nice.
The stuntman almost got run over.
Oh yeah, one of the rollover exploded.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the first one on Blu-ray. I don't have the second one yet.
Garbage Day.
That was a good choice.
Yeah, it's
And
one of my.
For the longest time, the biggest mystery was whatever happened to that actor, and he resurfaced a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was Friday. It was a garbage day.
I am going to reach out to him and see if I can get him on our podcast.
He was fucking TMZ caught him taking out his trash.
Yeah. He's like turns to him like garbage day and runs back inside.
Like he's back into his house like no.
Leave me alone.
Mr. Justin, what is your number one?
Mine is Shaun of the Dead, so we can probably talk about that now because it was second on Scott's list. So I just really enjoyed it, right? I mean, a lot of my time in high school was spent watching this movie. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Watching zombies. And
You've got red on you.
What?
You got red on you.
All right.
I mean, it's a love letter to like so many different horror movies. They got so many references. They even reference themselves in the movie.
Yes.
Because like when they're talking about their plan for tomorrow, when they're getting drunk, they describe what happens in the rest of the movie.
Right.
Foreshadowing. And it's like freaking Simon Pegg and Nick. What's his last name?
Nick Frost.
Frost.
What we just talked about 30 minutes ago?
Yes, he's in a bunch of little things. Anyway, those guys. This movie I think is like some of the best of their like teamwork and friendship and work relationship and being on film. Like them together, Sean and Ed. Just it's like Jay and Silent Bob. It's like just
playing video games at the end.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's but no, it's
very nice.
I think it's the best.
My favorite line is just one word, but the delivery of Simon Pegg, where he's like, Pete.
Yeah.
He's just like looking up the stairs.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
That's my number one.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could say it would have been on my list too, but I figured everybody else would have it. So, my number one is Tucker.
Man, Scott, you just don't get nothing.
Sorry.
Yeah, really.
Just don't get nothing. God damn it!
Twice.
Sorry. I knew that because that movie was on Scott's list, so I was
Scott's
stalled.
not. Scott's leaving.
Yeah. Scott left. Never mind.
Scott, what's your number one?
My number one is Ghostbusters.
All right.
Okay.
Crap.
Good call. All right.
Bring it full circle to Rick Moranis, man. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I had it on my list, and I was like, I can't put this anywhere other than number one, out of respect for just that movie. I don't think I need to talk about it. It's an incredible movie.
That would have been on my list. That's a good choice. Absolutely. Bill Murray is great.
All of them are great. I mean,
It's one of the best ensemble movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
No, you're not gonna call. It's fucking Huey Lewis in the News. That's who you're not gonna call.
Or the garbage day.
I mean, you could call him. He would just like stare at the
You
ghost.
definitely add to the ghost population. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He'd be like-
There you go.
He'd be just,
Then,
like, these ghosts. Hey.
My number one is Tucker and Dale. I
Solid
don't know
pick.
what you could say that you've never said about that movie, but that movie is so good.
The wood chipper is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
part. We should pull a guy out of a wood chipper. He's like,
We have had a.
Yeah, that's the best.
They're killing themselves all over our property.
That's a weird suicide.
It's
All
a
they wanna
suicide
do-
pact.
They just want to enjoy their new vacation home. Morpheus, you choose
For the win?
Ghostbusters 2 for your
Nah,
number one?
dude.
I like Ghostbusters 2, but I don't know if it makes a top 10 even. For me.
Dang.
Sucking the guts, guys, with
Morpheus
Ghostbusters.
a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah. I mean, it's fine if you like it. I have no problem with you liking it, but like,
He is Weagle.
yeah, there's no way it beats out the first one. It beats out the remake. I'll give you that,
Yeah.
and it'll probably beat out this new one that's coming out.
Yeah, most likely, because it looks like they're going a very serious route of like the legacy of the Ghostbusters. It's like
Stranger Ghostbusters.
the legacy of these schlubs who were exterminators once.
Ghostbuster things.
I don't know. I'm excited for the new Ghostbusters movie.
Does it beat out the video game though?
I like Jason Wright.
I like the video game.
I've heard the video
Yeah,
game's good. I've never
yeah.
played it.
It's a good sequel.
Yeah, because they got pretty much everybody in there, and it was the sequel to 2.
Yeah.
And it brought back elements of 1. It was a nice trilogy capper. Max, what's your number one?
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Hey.
Yes! Yes! And we are going to pull up the trailer for this. We are going to...
You're gonna scare Max. Come on.
I don't like milk. I've never liked milk. So it's not something.
Gotta have a couple cartons in the house.
No, man, it's not something we have in the house. You can't just be buying milk to go bad because your kid watched Ernest Scared Stupid.
Just buy yogurt; it'll last longer.
Oh my goodness.
Dairy intolerant.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah, and yogurt's better for your digestive tract.
Scared the crap out of me as a kid, and then
It's now
I went
available.
back and watched it. Like, why am I so scared of this movie? And then I was laughing at my child self.
It's so good. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's Ernest, and he's awesome. And yeah, no, it literally like it's supposed to be a joke, but I was like legitimately afraid after watching the movie. So this is even after he's like been killed and vanquished and yada yada, like everything's fine. I'm still like, oh my god, I'm scared out of my mind. Fuck it. I'm just not supposed to watch horror movies. But yeah, no, Ernest, gotta love him. Just great physical comedian, and
Can we dress up like him for Halloween?
Yeah, yeah, I'm down.
Jim Varney, a great comedian.
I'll be Ernest. He's the gets mad.
But what are the chances of that happening?
Up from the depths.
Jerry.
Sugar. Hey, watch it.
He's keto. Wait a minute, fellas.
I'm so alone.
Are you just showing us the movie? This feels like a
watching the whole thing.
Jason,
yeah.
Did you just put on the movie?
No, we just said it was a trailer.
Oh, it's a
Do a watch
clip.
party for
God
next
damn it,
year,
Jason.
stupid, though. Just
Can you just play a legitimate trailer, not the whole movie or some fan bullshit,
It
please?
even says preview in the bio.
preview.
Goodness
Preview.
sake.
Oh, they do that sometimes for re-releases of movies that have been out of circulation for a while. So they'll just show the clip
The
from the
first
movie.
5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I was scared.
Jim Varney.
Rest in peace,
Such a
Jim
good
Varney. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Oh, he's been dead for a while, so yeah, he's probably rested plenty.
Oh, all right then, Mike.
Dan checked out on that one.
Yeah, where'd Dan go?
Dan left.
Is that?
That is just about that. I want
Yeah,
to
that
promote
was-
some stuff we have coming up. We've got interviews galore. Let me tell you who we got coming up on the slate. We got interview with Artie Hoffman, Andrew Cassay from Revenge of the Nerds. We got Carl Gottlieb, who wrote Jaws. Jeff Dwoskin, a great comedian. Mark Cartwright, the director of We Die Alone that we watched this weekend, the short film. We got Sam.
Welcome back, Dan.
Sam
Hey.
Wilson, who was one of the voices of Donald Duck, and he is now the voice of Little Quack.
That guy
and
was funny.
Tom and Jerry. Good stuff. So much awesome stuff coming in the Three Geeks podcast. We are live on Facebook every day, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. We do our live show on Sundays. We got stuff coming out. We got a replay of the PBD cast every Tuesday at noon. Repeat of Matt Talk every Friday at noon. So much. We're rolling. I'm looking
Matt
for a
Talk
morning
is already
show.
in syndication.
If you want your podcast syndicated on the Three Geeks Network, let me know, because I would love to fill a morning time slot for somebody if you're available.
Slots.
Who
Classic.
doesn't want to fill slots all day? Just slot fill.
Classic.
Beavis and Butthead movie.
Oh man, you can go from puller to slot filler.
I hate you so much. I want a whole week
We're about to pull this week, Justin. We're going to Justin's house to pull this week.
Classic Geeks is now a Thursday show. We pull up something from the past, and we let everybody re-enjoy it. We recently did the
re-enjoy.
live we had, which was Dan, me, Max, Mike, Mitt, and Philip. We gotta get a Mitt back on the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Not in years.
No, he hasn't. He's a fun person. He's smart.
Someone needs to go kidnap Philip. Bring him back.
I'm working on a
Sounds
short
like
My pets are weird. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling at you for your number 2.
He's never sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You're awesome.
Check out youtube.com/Mike McGTV. They just
I'm not
dropped
sorry to you.
the first part on their series on
We're
the
gonna pull so hard on Wednesday,
Batmobile.
Justin.
The Batmobile show they did was great. I got to sit in the room and listen to the live stuff. It was a fun, very interesting retrospective.
The first 2-parter in McChat history. It was awesome. And
Yeah.
Favorite fucking things.
Good times. Good times.
Mike, anything
Keep
else
pulling.
coming down the pipe?
God dang it, Mike.
Oh, Oh, we just keep pulling, man. I mean, we just keep pulling,
filling slots, pulling.
Yes.
Now I'm principal. I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
I'm all of the Three Geeks Podcast. Find a friend and start pulling. Good day.
Recycle your droid.
Scott's leaving.
Scott left. Hey, we're back. I forgot to hit intro.